Are you thinking about doing a TEFL course, but maybe you're not sure if it's worth doing? In this video, I'm going to tell you about the possibilities that a TEFL course can open up to you so that you can get a clearer picture and decide if it's right for you. Hi, my name's Fergus Fedden and I am a CELTA tutor, one of quite a few TEFL courses out there. And I've created this channel to help people pass not only the CELTA, but any TEFL course that you might be taking. Today we're going to dive into the world of TEFL and explore the possibilities that it will open up to you. To answer this question of whether it's worth doing it, I'm going to explore the topic from a number of angles. First of all, let's talk about what is TEFL. We'll also look at what are some of the opportunities that a TEFL certificate can bring to you. We'll talk about whether it's worth doing a TEFL course. And then at the end, I'm going to look at a specific TEFL course that I think is a great one, and I'm going to compare that with a CELTA course. Okay, so first of all, what is TEFL? Well, TEFL is an acronym and it stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. So primarily, you're going to be teaching English to people whose first language is not English. That's often done in the person's country. So you as a teacher would travel, probably live there for a period of time and teach in their country. Or what I have experience of as well, the student comes to a native speaking country like Ireland, England, United States, Canada, etc. And they come for a period of study and you would work for a school where you are teaching people from all over the world. When it comes to certification, as I mentioned, there are various ones out there. One of the biggest courses in the world of TEFL is the course that I've taught for many years, and you'll find many videos on this channel dedicated to, and that's the CELTA course. That course comes from Cambridge University in the UK. However, it's not the only game in town, and there are many good TEFL courses out there. Some of them not so good. So I'm going to give you a recommendation of what is a really great TEFL course, a really great option to consider if you'd like another option beyond just CELTA. And that course is the International TEFL Academy's certificate in teaching English as a foreign language. Both it and the CELTA course are very rigorous and moderated courses. The CELTA course probably does carry more name recognition. So anywhere you go in the world, people are going to know what the CELTA is. However, that's not to say that the International TEFL Academy's course is not worthwhile. Absolutely it is. And it comes with some additional benefits. They have a great recruitment or helping you to find a job program as part of their service. Before I get on to the next tip, I just wanted to take one quick minute of your time to tell you about my website where you can book an appointment with me, a free 45-minute consultation just to talk about whatever your language teaching goals are. I'm here to spend that time with you and discuss how you can better achieve them. Okay, in the next part of the video, I'm going to talk about opportunities that come with having a CELTA certificate. And then I'm going to break that down into three subsections. First of all, let's talk about teaching abroad, then we'll talk about teaching online, and we'll talk about career advancement. So when it comes to teaching abroad, there are some countries out there in the world that have a very high demand for TEFL teachers. So countries like China, South Korea, Japan, and many countries in Latin America often have a very high demand for English language teachers. So you could usually have a job lined up before you even go to any of those countries. When it comes to the type of institutions that you might be working for, usually it's going to be a private language school, but it could be a high school, a primary school, or an elementary school, or a third level institution like a college or a university. And of course, there are always opportunities for private one-to-one tuition. Of course, when you travel and live in another country, there is this very rich cultural experience waiting for you. I've learned a number of languages by living and working in other countries teaching English. And of course, you get to explore the food and the art, and just living in another place is a very enriching experience. At least I found that to be the case for me. If we consider online teaching, this is certainly a growing market. Some people say it's somewhat saturated. I don't think it's totally saturated just yet, but it's definitely quite a competitive market. But if you're willing to go for it and you have the proper setup, then online teaching could be a really great option for you. It allows you to work from home, it allows you kind of to control your own schedule a little bit more, and you can pick and choose for whom you work. When it comes to earning potential with online teaching, it really revolves around your reputation. So probably, starting off, it might be harder for you to find those higher paying jobs or clients. But as you build that up and your name gets more and more well known, you might start to get referrals, other schools will start to look for you, then you can expect to earn a better income. When it comes to career advancement, a TEFL certificate is really the key that unlocks the door to a lot of career advancement. You can think about it as a stepping stone. It's a way for you to get into teaching exam classes, to teaching English for specific purposes, maybe even to go on and do further studies so that you can get into academic management and teacher training. Once again, having that certification will help you attain higher salaries. And when it comes to leadership positions, a lot of people with TEFL certifications go on to positions such as directors of studies or head teacher roles. So let's move on and talk about whether it's actually worth doing a TEFL certificate. And again, I'm going to break this one down into 3 further subcategories for us to analyze this question. First of all, I'm going to talk about personal development. Then we'll talk about personal growth, and we'll also consider the financial aspect again. In terms of personal development, really I'm thinking about personal development as a teacher, so it could be better called professional development. But taking a CELTA course will equip you with methods, approaches, and techniques so that you can be a successful teacher in the classroom. When it comes to qualifications, if I go back on my own experience, I actually started before I was qualified at all. I lived in France for a period of time, and I just had a degree and I was a native speaker of English. And they said, okay, here's a job as an assistant d'anglais, which means an English assistant. And I went in and I taught these classes, but I had no idea what I was doing. Now, thankfully, I really loved the experience, but there was many days there where I was quite stressed and I really didn't know what I was doing, and sometimes the lessons didn't go well and I was totally unsure why. It seemed to be kind of like luck of the draw. Will this be a good lesson or will it be a bad lesson? However, once I got qualified, then I had rationales for what I was doing. I could make better decisions. I could employ techniques, take different approaches, and use different methods to ensure that my lessons were more often than not successful. In terms of personal growth as well, just the exposure of working with people from all over the world, whether you are going to live in that other country or you're in your own country and students have come from all over the world to be in your class. This is a very culturally enriching experience, and I know myself, I'm extremely grateful for it. I know it's not for everybody, but I absolutely loved it. I love meeting people from all over the world, getting their take on life and the world, hearing their language, hearing about the food they eat, all of these things. I absolutely love the experience. Now, when you are considering whether a TEFL course is right for you, of course, there's a financial consideration. And yeah, there is an outlay. It's going to cost you anywhere from $1,500 to a bit over $2,000 as of the making of this video. Now, while that is an outlay and it's certainly not an insignificant amount of money, having a TEFL or CELTA certificate does give you that earning ability to offset that cost. Usually you'll find work quite quickly after taking a TEFL or a CELTA course. As I mentioned, I'm going to talk about the CELTA course as I have significant experience teaching that course as a CELTA teacher trainer, but I'm also going to talk about the International TEFL Academy's TEFL course, which I really think is a great course. So first of all, the CELTA course, as I mentioned, it has worldwide recognition. It's a very rigorous course, so you can be sure that whether you take that course in Japan or Turkey or Brazil or Ireland or Canada, wherever you take it, you're going to get the same standards. It's going to involve teaching practice, assignments, tutorials, input sessions, and exposure to all the material that you need to be a successful teacher. Now, these things are also true of the International TEFL Academy's TEFL course, and you can be sure as well that tutors on both courses really do meet the highest standards. One of the things that I really like about International TEFL Academy's course is the support that they offer you post-course. They really help you with finding a job. In fact, if you click on the link down below in the description of this video, you'll find a link to their site where you can investigate their job program, which I highly recommend. By the way, International TEFL Academy, they're not sponsoring this video, so I'm speaking completely freely on this one. So I encourage you to do some more reading about SALTA or this TEFL course by International TEFL Academy and decide what is best for you. Think about things such as, what's your budget like? Where do you want to teach right away? Is a certificate like SALTA absolutely necessary, or is a more affordable option maybe just what you need? Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments, are you considering doing one of these TEFL courses, and which ones are you considering doing? And what part of the world are you considering doing it in? I love to hear from all of you, and I reply to every comment that I get. So looking forward to hearing from you on that one. Please do like this video, share it with anybody who you think would find it helpful. And all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.